All right, good morning, everybody.
Hello, good morning. Okay, 'tis the season.
Tis the season.
Allergies,
Achoo.
right? Oh, God bless you. So, it seems as though allergy season is already here and it keeps happening earlier and earlier. And so the U.S. National Network of States that takes a look at all of this, it says that it's now 20 days earlier in like Nebraska and 14 days earlier in Indianapolis and 10 days earlier in New York City. So it's and here's a look at this map. You can kind of see the conditions. And yeah, it seems as though it's happening sooner.
Sooner, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is a really great kind of see how it really kind of explains how it affects everybody. The plant releases the pollen, it's in the air, it's inhaled, triggers this antibody, and that kind of attacks it all. And I have bad allergies.
Yeah, I really don't have spring allergies that much. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're lucky.
So it doesn't really affect me, but yeah, spring has been happening earlier and earlier every year, so.
And I read that as you get older, allergies become worse than even when you're kids. I have allergies all year round.
Yeah.
So it's like I get through winter and the mold spores, and then it's spring, and then that happens. So, I mean, of course, there are things that you can stop the symptoms. So check daily pollen counts, move indoors, keep windows closed, use high efficiency filters, don't dry clothes outside, those sort of things, kind of common things.
The basics.
The basics.
But yeah, David usually has an allergy forecast in his sunrise report.
Yes, he
so
does.
Make sure you tune in for that.
Yes, you
He'll let you know which allergens are bothering people the most.
Yeah, it really does. I actually pay really good attention to him when he has those, because it
Yeah.
does. I'm like, that's why I'm sneezing.
Exactly.
All right, so teachers evidently want parents to stop texting their kids when they're at school. I text my kids when they're at school, but it's not because I'm like checking in. It's because I need to know what time to pick, like what's going on today.
Yeah.
Like I can't, they've got sports and after school activities, and sometimes I'm picking them up and their friends. Sometimes, the other parents picking. So I kind of just want to like make sure I'm not missing. Because last night I went to the wrong school for my daughter's volleyball game. That's why I need to be checking in with them to confirm things. But a lot of parents are doing it just because they are worried about their kids and want to check in on them. And of course, that's a big disruption in school. And so there are some tips from educators for parents. So if the message is not urgent, wait until after school. Give your kids space to be independent, and work with your kids to turn off some or all of their attention-stealing notifications. I mean, we went to school and no one had a phone.
No.
Like we didn't. I mean, that wasn't a thing.
Plus, I mean, they're banning phones in some classrooms these days. So it kind of, your child might feel more obligated to pull out their phone and break the rules.
Yeah.
If you're the one texting them.
Right.
Because they're like, I have to get back.
Right.
Especially if you're asking, like, what'd you get on this test? I don't want to look like I'm hiding something.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I guess no more hiding report cards, because don't you get grades automatically now?
Oh, yeah. There's it's all online, so parents can go right in there. Yeah, there's no more hiding.
No more hiding your bad grades.
No. Well, here's the thing. I had good grades, but my brother had bad grades, and he would say, can you please not show them your report card, because then they're going to know that I have mine.
Yeah.
So I could never show my parents my report card.
Yeah.
Because I was just a nice sister. I'm like, fine. Anyway.
Yeah, unless it's an emergency.
Unless it's an emergency, yeah. And then finally, can we just look at this? How can this not make you happy? So there's evidence, a new study, playing with your dog can lower stress and promote relaxation. I will tell you, when I'm stressed out, I totally snuggle with my dog.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it works.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I can definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Even if your dog's not the nicest like mine.
They snip at you.
It's still, it makes you happier being with your dog. Yeah.
And I think it really does create endorphins for you, and it just helps. I remember David Rogers, he was standing by, would always say, you can have a bad day at school when you're a kid, but you come home and your dog is always happy to see you. And for kids especially, I think it's really good for kids to have a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, dogs don't I mean, they don't let things bother them as much. Bad days and stuff. Yeah.
They're just happy to see you.
They're always happy to see
you're
you.
home.
Yeah,
So anyway,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's take a look at our local headlines on this Tuesday morning. Charlottesville City Council is considering raising the meals tax. Some restaurants fear this will hurt their bottom lines. UMA's co-owner Kelsey Naylor says it would be like a slap in the face. City manager Sam Sanders recommended the tax hike to help pay for the budget. He also suggested raising the real estate tax. Meanwhile, around 100 people made a plea to City Council last night, but this had nothing to do with the meals tax or anything to do with Charlottesville for that matter. The group held up signs urging city leaders to call for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. This includes the release of all hostages and delivery of humanitarian aid. Those who spoke to councilors told them that their request cannot wait. The UVA men's basketball team is in Dayton, Ohio. They're getting ready for tonight's matchup against Colorado State. They're playing for a chance to be among the 64 teams in the NCAA bracket. This is Virginia's first time playing in the first four. The Hoos are coming off a loss to NC State, doomed by poor free throw shooting. Whoever wins tonight will face 7th seed Texas Thursday in Charlotte. And a March Madness tradition that supports a good cause return. Former UVA basketball player Jimmy Miller's breakfast is one of Piedmont Casa's biggest fundraiser. It attracts celebrity bracketologists to provide their insights, and 29 News is a proud sponsor of the event. I need to work on my bracket because I have not even gotten started yet.
Got a couple of days. Of course, you have them in by Thursday. That's when the real business starts. Weather-wise, we've got not a bad forecast. Yesterday we were in the mid-50s. We'll see more of the same today. Of course, the gusty wind is going to be more of a factor tomorrow. We'll warm up until about 66. But the National Weather Service has issued a fire ban. So if you're one of those folks that likes to burn outdoors, don't do that on Wednesday. There is a fire ban because of the gusty wind and the very dry conditions. A little relief for the dryness is on the way. Later Friday into early Saturday, we'll see some rain. And this is going to be a good rain. So if you're thinking about getting the grass seed down, do it before Friday afternoon, Friday night. We could see about an inch or so of rain. We do salvage one dry day this weekend. That'll be Sunday. Still a little cooler than normal, 55, but we'll get to 60 on Monday with sunshine. So, the beginning parts of spring, you kind of still go back and forth at that tug of war at some of the colder temperatures. And we'll see that reflected over the next 5 to 7 days.
And today is the final day of winter.
It is.
So enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes.
Tomorrow it will be spring. All right, thank you, David. And thank you guys for joining us during the morning rush. We'll see you again on 29 News at noon. And of course, we're always live on 29news.com.